got the exposure and the awareness and so forth is because of my time here in QVC. You know, it's been an opportunity to, you know, to reach out and make a connection, you know, with the folks that collect my artwork or that share, you know, this thing with me in a way that I could not have ever done, you know. And it's been an absolutely a joyful experience being with all of you, because, you know, people ask me, are they really like that? Are they, you know, and I say out there, well, most of them.
Most of them, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But
Jim and I have been friends for quite a while. Jim and I we're fraternity brothers.
That's right.
Which I thought was really interesting. And I thought it was very humorous that you decided to start the show with this guy, because I somehow identified.
Well, I knew I was going to
him.
be on with you.
This is your new Grinch. Today was the very first day that I had seen it. Brand new. It's part of the Heartwood Creek Collection. It's one of the coolest pieces. And here is something that I still don't know how you do. And I promise I won't be blowing sunshine at you for the whole hour, but
okay.
You know who the character is. You know it's the Grinch. And yet somehow subtle, tiny details told me that it was also you. It was your touch of Jim Shore-ism on this piece. And it's not a small pice.
Well, you know, Dan, you know, I started doing these co-brandings, you know, initially with Disney.
Right.
And then
one of the hardest licenses in the world to obtain and keep.
Yeah, so they approached me about doing it, and so I do all of the co-branding in the same way I do the Disney co-brands, and that is, first and foremost, as you say, I try to be as true to the character as I possibly can, so that a person will look at the piece, and I don't want them to initially say, oh, that's a Jim Shore piece. I want them to say, that's the Grinch, that's Mickey, that's you know,
and you
Ariel, whatever, you know. And then they can see, just as you said, these subtle little touches, like the things that I do as far as the design motif, the quilt items, the rose marling inspired, you know, things, and my, you know, my carved look. You know, I as a carver, you know, when I'm carving something, generally speaking, you take it one step farther than I go to make a finished piece. So this roughs it out, and then you start your smoothing process.
But with this, you see the effort. You see the love.
What I love
you
about
see the process.
Yeah, what I love about doing it like this is that it creates, because of our painting technique, which we do a lot of, you know, the paint is not just, you know, like brown isn't just brown, red isn't just red. It's a layering process that I have trained my artists to do, to emulate what I do. And
it's all done by hand, am I right?
All done by hand. You know, these pieces, while yes, they are, you know, they're duplicates of the original, you might as well say that this is almost like an original.
It's a one of one.
Because
I agree.
Every aspect of this is hand done, handmade.
Can I also throw in, this is brand new, first time anyone has seen this piece, and Jim couldn't bring us many. We brought in a little over 700, and they may be gone today, and if they are, I don't know if we can even get them back in at actual Christmas time.
It's possible, but probably not.
If you've collected Santas for years, the Grinch Santa is one of my favorite characters. You know, very seldom does a bad guy in the movie become the hero.
I know.
You know? And just look at that face.
Well, you know, it's one of those stories that, you know, has a redeeming, you know, quality.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's well, watching the program is a tradition in our house. You know, there's several things we do at Christmas, and we do it every year, and watching the Grinch is one of them.
And I got to tell you,
all the kids, all the grandkids, we get together and we watch these things.
The animation was fantastic.
Yes, indeed.
Jim Carrey was the Grinch.
Yeah.
I mean, he personified the Grinch.
He did a beautiful job.
It was perfect. And
really
every little just, this is what I implore you to do with any of Jim's pieces. Study it. Let it become a friend, because there's a personality of every one that's different from another, and you will see the tiniest little details come to life. Look at the little package down here, one that's by his knee. Those are little carved circles or dots, three-dimensional. The way the bow is carved, the Christmas tree in his sack, the way you carved the fur, it is truly amazing. Already I have an update for you. There's fewer than 500 of them remaining, And just with a touch of a few swirls on the hat, you knew it was your work.
Well, you know, every one of those aspects, you know, are something that becomes almost a project all by itself. You know, I mean, you might say, okay, it's just a little decoration here, but you know, the care actually that goes into doing that is no different than doing his face. You know, I mean, it's
okay.
You know, you have to imagine what the detailing is supposed to be. You have to do the proportional thing like that, which I do sort of mentally. You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm mental.
Yeah. I told Jim this morning, I would love to climb inside your head for just a few minutes to see the view.
It's a cluttered place.
You know what? It comes out as just pure beauty. We've got so much. We've got an entire hour this morning live with Jim Shore here on QVC. Take a look at this piece because I won't be able to show it. This is exclusive to QVC.